My name is Heather. I'm a 24-year-old office worker. I'm currently waiting for my date with Tim, who I've been seeing for 3 months. Truth be told, it's my first time dating a man. I was raised in a rural area where farmland stretches as far as the eye can see. There are so few people there, I used to wonder if there might be more raccoons than humans. When I moved to the city, the number of buildings and people took my breath away. I grew up in a rather strict household, or rather, due to my dad's policy, I was forced to focus primarily on my studies. But about 6 months ago, I had a big fallout with my dad. I insisted that I'm an adult and I should be allowed to make my own choices. He wouldn't back down, saying that if I wouldn't listen, I should leave. So, I stormed out, finally gaining my independence. A friend of mine took me to a mixer, and that's where I met Tim.
Heather, have you been waiting long?
Nope, I just got here. Tim is attentive and kind. Despite being busy, he always finds time for our weekly dates. And then,
could you turn around for a second?
Tim casually pulled a necklace out of his pocket and put it on me.
I don't know if you'll like it, but...
It's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was thrilled with the necklace Tim gave me as we said our goodbyes. I loved him for thinking of me, even on non-special days. My parents never allowed me to wear a necklace. They didn't even give me birthday presents. As I happily admired the necklace he had given me, a colleague of mine said, "But you know, it's probably from a dollar store." The following day, a junior colleague told me.
Huh?
She said to my surprise, "I don't know what kind of guy he is, but he must think you're easy to please. Heather, if I were you, I'd be mad. Like, don't try to get away with a dollar store item." I was taken aback. I don't know, I didn't notice it was from the dollar store, but regardless of the price, I was happy because it was the thought that counts. "Well, if you're okay with it, then it's fine," she shrugged.
Let's break up.
I was suddenly dumped by Tim on a phone call we've had in a while. I started to notice something was off with him, who used to be so kind about 2 weeks ago. We used to call almost every day and go on dates on the weekends, but the calls and dates dwindled and he became less responsive to my messages. I didn't understand why, so I tried to reach out to him multiple times over the past few days. When Tim finally answered, he had turned cold, almost like a different person. Break up? Why? Did I do something to upset you, Tim?
No, not really.
Then why? I wanted to know the reason, but all Tim did was let out a big sigh.
Ugh, such a hassle.
Huh?
What I'm saying is, let's break up.
All of a sudden? Why? I was flustered, my voice choked with tears, but it seemed like Tim didn't like that.
Poor people always cry easily, don't they?
What? The phone call with Tim abruptly ended, and despite my numerous attempts to reach him, he never answered. Being dumped without understanding the reason, I was really down and I couldn't eat for a while. "Heather, try to cheer up. You haven't eaten anything, right? You're losing weight." My junior was worried about me and took good care of me, but I was still sad. Fast forward 3 years. One day off, I was with my junior, enjoying burgers at the park when a couple walked by. "We're going on a night cruise for dinner."
Oh, this is the popular premium one. Awesome. I can't wait.
I recognized the voice, and when I looked up, there I saw Tim, wearing a glossy suit and a flashy woman wearing a short jacket, a miniskirt, and high heels. I was surprised by the unexpected reunion, but Tim not only didn't notice me, he snorted dismissively at me and my junior.
Ew, that's lame. Fast food at the park totally screams poverty.
Ha ha ha, if you say something like that, she might cry. We have to watch over her with warm eyes, as this is probably her best. The woman, who appeared to be Tim's girlfriend, not only did not reprimand him, but also joined in laughing at us. Tim!
Whoa, you... Heather, right?
3 years later, the chance encounter was as bad as the day we broke up.
Haha, I'm shocked. I knew you were poor, but you're still scraping the bottom. You're really lame. Breaking up was the right call.
Tim, who was momentarily startled, looked at me, my junior, and the burgers we were eating and sneered. "Wait, Tim, you used to date someone like this? I can't believe it. Were you blind?" The woman entwined her arm with Tim's and waved her hand with their flashy nail art as if to fan herself.
I thought she was the modest type when we first met at a party. She seemed like a food connoisseur, which made me think she might be rich, but she was happy with a dollar store necklace. What a poor girl. It was such a turnoff. And now she's eating a burger at a park. Totally bottom class. Tim kept sneering and saying horrible things. His attitude and impression had greatly changed from when we were dating, and I was a bit confused. In place of me, my junior raised her voice. "Hey, how could you be so rude? Apologize right now." You're annoying. Birds of a feather flock together. People like you always have a big mouth.
I totally get it. They bark back right away, but in the end, they're just like a barking dog with no bite, right? They continued to look down on us and laugh with a superior attitude. Hey, enough is enough. Heather is... Let's just ignore them. But Heather... My junior seemed still upset, but I saw people around us whispering and looking bothered, so I calmed my junior down.
Ha ha, Heather, you can't even argue back. You're really hopeless. Well, enjoy being poor.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you'll ever be able to pull off brand name clothes like us. What the heck? While I was calming down the fiery subordinate, the two of them left briskly. Heather, aren't you upset? Losing to that fake brand couple? Could it be you still had feelings for him? To my still furious junior, I shook my head, implying it's not what she thought. Want to go on a dinner cruise? Huh? The junior was caught off guard for a moment. And are their clothes really knockoffs? Upon confirming my nod, I explained my plan to her. Ha ha ha, let's give them the show. A few hours later, dressed up, my junior and I headed for the dinner cruise. There was a long line for the popular dinner cruise, where people could enjoy city lights from a luxury liner and fancy dinner. Noticing the couple we saw in the daytime in that line, my junior and I walked past them.
Huh? Heather?
Tim waved his hand in dismissal as he noticed us.
What's up, broken lowly woman? You missed me so much you followed me here, even changing your clothes. No can do. Honestly, I can't deal with someone like you.
Next to him, Tim's girlfriend was also laughing. You regret it that much? Too bad you can't get a ticket now. Even I had a hard time getting this. She waved the tickets and grinned. Too bad for you. My junior, in a cheerful mood next to me, pulled out the tickets from her purse. Those are just regular tickets, right? You struggled to get those? Heather can easily get express tickets, even on the same day. What?
And not just express, but the most expensive private room, premium tickets. Those are not less than several $1,000s, right?
Seeing their shocked faces, my junior grinned. Well, good luck with the line. Leading my grinning junior, I bypassed the long line and headed towards the express gate.
Why? Why?
What the heck, Tim? What's her deal? She isn't just a lowly woman, right? Their voices reached us from afar. Serve them right. Isn't that right, Heather? My junior seemed happy that our revenge went well. Half an hour later, as a departure time approached, Tim and his girlfriend approached us on the exclusive terrace where we were enjoying our welcome drinks. Shouldn't this area be off limits with your tickets?
Shut up and explain.
Tim approached aggressively. As my junior frowned, she whispered to me that she was going to call someone and quickly turned around. Unperturbed, Tim continued to pressure me.
Why does a lowlife like you have express tickets? And you even made a fool out of us in public. Thanks to you, we were laughed at while we were in line. We've been embarrassed and can't keep quiet anymore.
That's right. You must have gone into debt or something to force your way through. Now get laughed at by the express passengers. Apologize now for a poor person overstretching. As the couple kept making a fuss, the other passengers on the terrace started to gather around. Then Tim, who was staring at my chest, let out a creepy chuckle.
Even if you somehow managed to get the ticket, this is not acceptable, Heather.
Huh? As I tilted my head, Tim put his hands in his pockets, puffed his chest out, and looked confident.
Well, even if you change your clothes, I bet it's just some cheap junk. Did you dump all your money into the ticket, strutting around with a necklace from the dollar store, and you think you're some big shot? Gonna live off of just water in the park tomorrow, huh? Haha, no, that's funny.
A dollar store? I stared at Tim intently as I repeated his words.
Are you really into these kids' toys? But come on, it's pathetic for an adult to be wearing dollar store stuff.
Tim pointed to my necklace and laughed loudly for everyone to hear. As the murmurs among the passengers grew louder, Tim's girlfriend too raised her voice. Timmy, you're lucky you dumped this poor woman. Now you're in love with me. Both of them laughed, calling me a poor woman again. I didn't think you were this kind of person when we were dating. I regret being so blind. As I retorted, Tim laughed as if it was the funniest thing he'd heard.
That's rich coming from you. She's a real lady compared to you. I'm embarrassed that I even dated someone like you. Give me back the time I wasted on you, you poor thing.
Tim's voice echoed throughout the patio. As the crowd around us backed away, we heard some people hurrying toward us. Security, over here. Catch them, those two. A junior colleague led the security officers who swiftly surrounded Tim and his girlfriend.
What the hell, man?
Get out of our way, you're ruining everything. Although they protested loudly, their tickets didn't allow them access to this area in the first place. Moreover, their ruckus attracted a crowd and security managed to hold them.
We're customers, you can't just grab us like this.
You should be grabbing that woman. She's the one who doesn't belong here, she's poor. But the security officers maintained a stern look, glaring at the rowdy pair. Despite this, Tim did not stop hurling insults at me. Enough already! My junior colleague raised her voice. I don't know what you're misunderstanding, but Heather isn't poor.
Huh, are you just bluffing? Hilarious.
That's right, you liar. It's not a lie. There are people here who knows her, right? At the urging of my colleague, a few hands rose among the passengers. Raise your hands those who can confirm that Heather is the future president and that this cruise is managed by a subsidiary of the large company run by her father. Hands were raised.
Huh?
Tim and his girlfriend finally stopped their resistance and let out a dumbfounded voice. Their mouths were wide open.
Future president?
Unable to grasp the situation, Tim looked back and forth between me and the other passengers. What does that mean?
You said you were just a regular employee.
At the time, I was. I opened my mouth slowly. I was fed up with all the business studies forced on me, so I quarreled with my father and left home. I chose to work at a company unrelated to my father because I wanted to be away from him. But then, 2 years ago, my father fell ill and I returned home. When I was down being dumped by Tim, I accepted my father's apology, who had softened due to his illness, and returned to the path of management.
It can't be.
In a state of shock, Tim was further devastated by my junior associate. Tim, your outfit tonight, top to bottom, was all my doing. You wanted it to look low-key expensive, so it may look plain, but you needed hundreds of Benjamins.
What?
Oh, and the necklace is separate. Do you think it was a dollar store toy? What a pity. Heather, how much was that? About $100,000, I guess.
What?
No way. Chuckles leaked out from the onlookers as Tim and his girlfriend seemed like they had their souls sucked out. I apologize, everyone. My father is always under your care. Today, he invited everyone as a thank you for your hard work, and I didn't mean to intrude. Yes, the reason I was able to get tickets was that today was just that day. The people present were the employees and their families. Tim, realizing my toy-like necklace was actually an ultra-luxury item worth over $100,000, was wide-eyed. His face turned pale as he finally grasped the situation.
Heather?
He had lost all his momentum from before under the cold gazes from the surroundings. Realizing now is too late, I was actually happy with a dollar store necklace. I've never been to a dollar store because I've always been studying and I'm not interested in clothes or accessories. My junior associate gave a wry smile beside me. Right, Tim, you're not into that sort of thing, but don't worry, I'm here for that. I'm quite the sharp-eyed selector. Plus, your sense in the food market is top-notch. The burger you had for lunch will be all over the country in a month. Don't underestimate fast food, okay? Tim, slumped with his shoulders down, was turning to ashes along with his silent girlfriend. Security, please escort them out. The junior associate urged their departure with a teasing wave.
Wait, Heather, I'm so sorry, I was wrong. I'll apologize for everything. I'll break up with her, so...
What? Flip-flopping now? Who do you think got you on this cruise in the first place?
Shut up, you flashy woman. You don't see your gaudy brand clothes at all.
What did you say? You're not cool at all, even in your shiny clothes. Apologize to the clothes, say sorry for not being suitable for brand items. In the end, as security was about to escort the two arguing among themselves, I smiled and said, You two seem to think each other's clothes are brand name, but those are knockoffs, aren't they?
Huh?
What? The two looked at each other startled. You can fool each other, but you know you're wearing fake brands, right? But I'm thinking, if you can fool each other, doesn't that mean neither of you have an eye for quality? Well, I can't really talk since I can't tell the difference with dollar store items. The passengers, noticing my sarcasm, giggled again. You. Don't mess with me, you. Shaking off the security, they both hurled insults at each other. Well, they won't be able to sit at their dinner table anymore. They probably overreached to get their tickets. The junior associate shrugged. The dinner course is so good I wanted to show off. I wish they could have at least eaten it. You're so serious about it, it's funny. The junior associate laughed out loud. But all the same, while it makes sense for you, should I really have let you buy such an expensive outfit for me? Absolutely. Between us, the CEO is about to change soon. My dad is fine now, but he's saying he can't handle the load anymore because of his age. This outfit and necklace you chose, I plan on using them for the inauguration ceremony. Will you attend in that outfit as well? Well, if that's the case, I'm thrilled. I'll follow your lead from now on. Let's stay friends even when we're old as grandmas, okay? Yeah. With such conversations, we enjoyed a dinner cruise. A few hours later, as we disembarked from the ship, Tim was waiting for us.
Hey Heather, let's give it another shot, you and me. I promise I'll turn over a new leaf. 'Cause I don't think I'll ever meet someone as pure-hearted as you, who can be moved by something from a dollar store.
Tim's belly grumbled loudly as he begged pitifully. It seems they had been isolated in an empty room during the cruise as their ruckus was disturbing the other guests. You didn't eat dinner, did you?
Nah, skipping a meal ain't a big deal. More importantly, I beg you, Heather.
In response to Tim pleading, I took something out of my bag. Here, if you'd like, you can have this.
Aw, thanks, Heather. Wait, what's this?
A wristwatch from a dollar store.
What? Heather, are you trying to get back at me?
Don't call me Heather. I don't want to see you at all from now on. If this was worth $100 grand, you'd be happy, wouldn't you? But if it's a dollar store item, you don't want it. In the end, all you see is money.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me, security.
Ugh.
Tim was restrained by the security guards once again and dragged away. Later, I heard that Tim had caused another uproar, arguing with his girlfriend, and ended up getting reported. Apparently, he's often seen at the park bloating his stomach with water. I'm sure he's broken up with his girlfriend. On the other hand, I, who successfully became CEO, am now working hard every day with a reliable junior at my side. The newly launched burger chain is also doing better than expected, and there's even talk of opening more new stores. I haven't found a new love interest yet, but I hope to meet a good person next time.
Order some appetizers and a roast turkey too. When I go to my eldest son Liam's house for Christmas, I'm treated like a maid. Originally, Liam, my husband's child, with his previous wife and I didn't get along well. Still, I tried hard to be recognized as a mother, but my efforts never reached Liam. That idiot. Happy to be treated like a mom. Let's make her do all the housework. Ha! Awesome! We can relax. I was shocked to hear Liam and his wife Ava laughing like that. What was all my effort for? I felt hopeless. But their attitude turned my sadness into anger. Why do I have to do housework for these people? Let's stop it already. I decided to stop and get my revenge. I'm Isabella, 81 years old, living alone. I married at 37. Before that, I was all about work and had no love life until my father introduced me to someone. My father was a wealthy man with many real estate properties. He introduced me to a kind man from the real estate company he used. He had been divorced, but I couldn't refuse because he was so kind. Concerned about my age and my parents' worries, I couldn't let the chance go. My husband was very friendly, and I was surprised he was divorced. Knowing he was raising 2 young sons as a single father, I wanted to help. Perhaps I was already attracted to him. We got along well and enjoyed being together. So we started dating. But with his kids, we couldn't go on many dates. Mostly, I'd cook and eat with them at his house. Isabella, this is delicious. I want to eat it again. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. His second son Noah quickly took a liking to me. He was a charming boy, always smiling and talking. But Liam, frankly, didn't show me a good face. He barely responded when I talked to him. I didn't let Liam's coldness deter me and kept trying to talk to him. But our relationship didn't change. Then, at 38, I married his father. I tried to bond with the sons like a real mother. I'll go to your sports day with Dad and cheer for you. I had no children of my own, but did my best as a parent. Liam remained cold, but I hoped we'd become a real family someday. However, things with Liam didn't improve, but worsened. It started with his rebellious phase, his failure in a prestigious private high school entrance exam, and his rebelliousness led him to delinquency. He would stay out late and come home in the middle of the night. What are you doing? I'm worried. At least call me. Shut up. Don't talk to me like you're my mom. You're not my parent. Those words hurt me deeply. I thought I was doing my best, but my feelings weren't getting through. My husband and Noah supported me, but after that, Liam stopped talking to me. And then, Liam left home for college and never came back. Sometimes my husband or Noah would contact Liam, and I didn't worry much as long as he was doing fine. I thought his rebellious phase had ended, and that time would eventually heal our relationship. Then, both of my sons went on to college, jobs, and marriage, each starting their own lives. Their growth was so rapid, It was deeply moving. I was looking forward to enjoying life with just my husband. I thought so. But life wasn't so kind. My husband died in a car accident, hit by a drunk driver while returning from drinking with friends. I was stunned by this sudden loss. He was still so healthy. I wasn't ready to say goodbye. Why him? My emotions were overwhelming. Even after the funeral, I couldn't stop crying. Noah kindly spoke to me afterward.
"Mom, if anything happens, rely on us. We're family."
Those words were my salvation. Liam seemed concerned too, helping with greetings and funeral arrangements. I was grateful to have met these children. They were the greatest gift from my husband. I was so grateful. Though I was widowed, I wasn't alone, which was a small comfort. But now I was living alone. The house felt too large without my husband. Maybe I should get a dog, I thought, when Liam came to visit. "What's the matter? It's rare to see you." I hadn't contacted him in decades. My husband had phoned and met him, but the last time I saw Liam was at his wedding and then my husband's funeral. We hadn't been in touch at all, and it was our first time talking alone. I felt strangely nervous, my back straightening.
"I have a favor to ask."
"A favor?"
"I need to borrow some money."
"What? Why?"
"I was in a hit-and-run accident and car repairs are expensive. This month's been tight."
"That's terrible. How much do you need?"
$20,000, but..."
"I see. All right, I'll transfer it. Can you give me your account number?"
"Really? Are you sure?"
Liam was very surprised. $20,000 isn't a small amount, but helping a son in trouble is a parent's duty, and I was happy that Liam finally relied on me. It's a parent's nature to want to help. "We're family. You can always ask."
"Thank you, Mom."
It was the first time Liam called me Mom. I was overjoyed, feeling finally recognized as family. I thought my long struggles had paid off, but I was mistaken. In December, Liam called.
"Mom, would you like to come over for Christmas?"
"Really? Can I?"
"Of course. Dad's gone and you're alone, right? You should spend it at our place."
I was moved. The once rebellious Liam was now so considerate. I was deeply touched that Liam, who was troublesome since high school, had grown so much. I eagerly accepted the invitation and prepared for my visit. I decided to stay from the 22nd to the 26th. I asked several times if it was too long, but he cheerfully assured me it was fine, so I took Liam at his word. Liam and Ava lived in an apartment. My first visit to Liam's place revealed a 2-room home that felt cluttered. Though spacious, it felt cramped with too many things. "So this is where you live?"
"It's the first time you've been here, Mom. It's been a while since you've seen Ava, right?"
"Isabella, it's been since the funeral." Ava was wearing exaggerated false eyelashes and heavy makeup. She looked much younger than her late 50s, more so than at the funeral.
"Sorry to ask, but could you sleep in the living room? There's a sofa."
"Oh, okay." I was surprised by this unexpected turn of events. The house was small, and there were no guest blankets. Staying here for days? I couldn't hide my confusion. However, Liam and Ava seemed completely unbothered. Then Liam said to me,
"We really wanted to eat your cooking, Isabella. Can you make something?"
"I've heard Isabella's cooking is delicious, and I wanted to try it too." "Of course. Can I use whatever's in the fridge?" "Go right ahead." I was flustered to be asked to cook, but also thrilled. I never thought Liam would find my cooking delicious. Noah often praised it, but Liam had never said anything like that. Feeling happy that he wanted to eat my food again, I started cooking in the kitchen. There wasn't much in the fridge, so I made a simple pasta dish. "Delicious, Isabella! This is amazing! Please cook again tomorrow."
Yeah, this taste, it's nostalgic.
Liam and Ava ate happily. My mood was at its peak seeing their enjoyment. Of course I'll cook tomorrow too. Is there anything in particular you want to eat? Chicken pot pie for tomorrow sounds good.
Chicken pot pie for dinner, right? How about pizza for lunch?
Yeah, sounds great. No matter their age, to a parent they are always children. I thought to do anything for Liam and Ava, but that night I couldn't sleep due to the cold, feeling apprehensive about the days ahead. Waking up earlier than anyone, I started preparing breakfast, and Liam and Ava soon followed, lured by the smell.
Waking up to a ready breakfast is the best.
Thank you. They started their meal with smiles. Right, I'll go shopping today. It was cold last night. Can I buy a blanket?
Sure, but we don't have cash on hand to give you.
That's okay.
Just do whatever then.
Liam's indifferent response bothered me, but I decided to go shopping after cleaning up breakfast. At a nearby shopping center, I bought a blanket and groceries, and when I returned to the apartment, it was almost noon. Rushing home to prepare lunch, I heard Liam and Ava laughing. Man, I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Right? Let's get her to do other chores too. If we call her mom, she'll happily do it.
Awesome! I was stunned to hear Liam's words.
Such an idiot. Happy to be treated as a mother.
She's so eager. Cooking and shopping since morning. Isn't that too much?
If she's this soft for her son, I should have pretended to be a better son earlier.
Right? Why didn't we go to Isabella for money sooner?
She's not even working. Just living off of Dad's inheritance. But there should be more inheritance left to squeeze out.
Fantastic! I was astonished by Liam and Ava's words. Thinking they saw me as a family was a complete misunderstanding. Liam was lying to get my husband's inheritance that I had received. Taking advantage of my generosity, they invited me for Christmas to make me do housework. I was shocked. I thought we had finally become a family. I was the only one excited. Stunned, I was approached by Liam, who was heading to the bathroom. Surprised to see me, his face stiffened for a moment, but he quickly smiled.
Mom, you're back. Must have been cold outside. I'm starving.
Oh, you're back. Looking forward to lunch. They spoke to me as if they hadn't been overheard, buttering me up. Still confused, I followed Liam's lead to the kitchen and began preparing the meal. They didn't help, just started eating as soon as I served the food.
Oh, this is delicious.
Thank you.
Mom, you've always been good at housework. Could you do the laundry and cleaning too? As you can see, Ava's not good at it.
Yeah, it's hard keeping up with housework when I work part-time every day. Indeed, the living room was cluttered with discarded clothes and empty plastic bottles. Far from sanitary. But now that you're off, you can do it, right? No, I really can't tidy up. Then let's do it together. Housework is easy once you get used to it. I have other things I want to do today.
Mom, please. We're family, right? I just want to relax for Christmas.
Liam spoke as if he were pleading, but I knew it was all an act. Why should I be the one to serve Liam and Ava? I couldn't accept it. Yet, if I refused now, it might create an unbridgeable gap between us. Maybe it's better if they're a bit selfish as family. I decided to think that way. All right, but I'd like you to help me a little. Yes.
Thank you, Mom.
In the end, they didn't help me at all with the housework. Instead, their behavior became increasingly arrogant. On Christmas Eve, Liam and Ava started drinking from noon, laughing stupidly while watching TV.
Mom, is dinner ready yet? You're slow.
Hey, did you wash this shirt yesterday? I wanted to wear it today.
Mom, bring me a beer.
I want some appetizers. They just lounged on the sofa, treating me like a servant. Why am I doing housework for these people? This isn't how families should treat each other. I had reached my limit and spoke to them. Why don't you stop drinking from noon and do some cleaning? I'm not the only one who should be doing housework. Drunk, Liam and Ava glared at me fiercely.
What? Shut up, you old hag. Don't talk back.
Right. Tell her more.
You should be grateful we're even acknowledging you as family. You blood unrelated old woman. Show your gratitude through housework.
It's better than being alone at home, right? Be thankful to us. Liam and Ava were completely mocking me. At that moment, my feelings for Liam disappeared. Why had I been so desperate to become family with such people? It's better to be alone than to be family with them. I have Noah. I don't want to live being looked down upon and used by these people. Unaware of my feelings, they continued to order me around.
Can we order steak for Christmas? For Christmas, it's got to be appetizers, right? Order some appetizers and a roast turkey too.
Please. Without even looking at me, they spoke. I had an idea for a little revenge. Understood. I ordered appetizers and a roast turkey for delivery. Delivery culture has become widespread. Even high-end restaurants do it now. It's convenient to eat high-end appetizers and roast turkey at home. I ordered the most expensive one, totaling $3,000. Of course, cash on delivery. Then, leaving a note saying, "I'm going back to my house," I returned to my own home. 5 hours later, back at my house, Liam called me as I was having a quiet dinner. "Hello?"
Hey, why did you just leave?
Seems he finally realized my revenge. I suppressed a smile and coughed to stay calm. "Leave? I'm just going back to my own house. Why do I need permission?"
Don't talk back. More importantly, why are the appetizers and roast turkey $3,000? How can we afford that?
It's from a nice place. I splurged for Christmas. Trying not to laugh, I spoke, and Liam and Ava's voices got louder. They must be red-faced and angry now.
We didn't ask you to order something that expensive.
Then you should have ordered it yourselves. I just ordered what I thought was good since you asked me to.
Why would you order something so expensive, you idiot? What's wrong with your sense of money, being so poor? Just come back and pay now.
No way. It's dangerous for an old person to walk alone at night. I avoid going out after dark.
What? Are you kidding? We're cutting ties with you, okay?
Yeah, isn't it sad to be alone on Christmas? We're kindly offering to spend it with you, and you waste our consideration. How rude! Liam and Ava threatened to cut ties with me, using the bond of family. I would have been shaken in the past, but now it didn't matter. I'd rather be alone than spend time with people who use family affection to treat me like a servant. It's fine with me. Let's cut ties then.
Are you sure? A poor person with only dad's inheritance. Don't come to us for money when you're in trouble. Even if you ask, we won't lend you any.
Just so you know, we're not going to take care of you either. Noah doesn't live nearby, right? So if you need care, there's no one to look after you, right? Poor thing, with no money and no one to care for you. Liam and Ava seemed to think they were in a position of advantage. They always misunderstood that I was poor. In old age, you can't work, and there are medical and care expenses. They thought threatening not to support me would make me comply, but it was irrelevant to me, because I had enough money to give my son $20,000 just like that. Feeling sorry for them, I decided to tell Liam the truth before cutting ties. You keep saying I'm poor, but I'm not struggling with money.
Huh? But you don't work, and you only have dad's inheritance, right?
No, I have an income of about $5,000 a month, besides the inheritance.
What? $5,000 a month? How come?
My father was a wealthy man. An only child, I inherited his real estate. Sold some, but the remaining properties give me a steady rental income, so I'm set for my retirement.
Rental income? We didn't know that.
Well, of course, we hardly ever spoke, did we? True, Noah lives far away and can't take care of me in my old age, but with money, I can hire facilities or home health aides. I never intended to burden my sons with my care. I've saved enough to not be a burden in my old age. By the way, since we're cutting ties, I'll leave the inheritance only to Noah. I should write it in a will. Maybe it's time to start end-of-life planning.
Wait, hold on. It's unfair only Noah inherits. I'm your son too.
Huh? Aren't you a stranger now that we've cut ties? Who are you?
Don't mess around. How can you call your son a stranger? Heartless.
Huh? I thought the one who treated their mother like a servant and tried to get her inheritance was heartless.
How do you know that?
You thought I hadn't heard? Silly. Anyway, we're strangers now. Goodbye.
Wait, I can't pay the $3,000. Help me!
Liam kept shouting something, but I ignored it and hung up. Then I blocked his number. My revenge worked perfectly. Life isn't so sweet that you can dump chores on others and enjoy all the benefits. They should regret how they treated me a little. After that, I blocked Liam's number and got into a taxi. I knew Liam and Ava would soon come here. I couldn't have a peaceful Christmas if they did. I decided to go to a distant cottage and spend Christmas alone. 5 days later, when I returned home, Liam and Ava were standing there.
Oh, finally back!
Hey, what are you doing in front of someone's house? Are you some kind of stalker? Pretending to be a stranger as I entered my house, Liam knelt down in desperation.
We were wrong. Please, let's be a family again.
Right. Liam was really worried these 5 days without contact with Isabella. He came here every day. Ava grabbed my hand, pleading. They seemed desperate. The moment they knew I had money, their attitude changed so drastically. It was disgusting. What exactly does being family mean to you?
Family means helping each other out in times of trouble, right?
Sure, but I'm not in trouble. What if you get into trouble someday? It's comforting to have us around, Isabella. Then I'll contact you if I'm in trouble. As I tried to enter my house, they desperately tried to stop me.
Wait, you might not be in trouble, but we are.
In trouble? What kind of trouble?
We're out of money.
Really? That's tough. Work hard. Is that all? Shouldn't there be more of a reaction? Liam and Ava looked at me in surprise. They probably expected me to lend them money. I'm tired of hearing that kind of talk. It's cold, and I just wanted to go inside. That's all I was thinking about.
We have debts. The income from our jobs is so little.
I'm supporting the household with my part-time job too, but the debt isn't decreasing.
Please help us. Aren't you our mother?
Their words had no effect on me. If you have debts, why are you taking time off for Christmas?
Huh? Isn't it normal to take a break on Christmas?
Aren't wages usually higher during events like Christmas? And you think you can enjoy a leisurely Christmas break with debts? You probably thought you'd get money by saying family and son again, right?
That's not it.
Then earn it desperately. You're in your 50s, still of an age to earn. If you're desperate enough, you can repay your debts.
It's impossible. We can't just...
Stop being so dependent. It's embarrassing at over 50. As a family, I'm telling you, you're too reliant on others, only thinking about taking the easy way out. Liam and Ava probably didn't expect to be lectured by me. They were wide-eyed in surprise. You can't go on like this. As a family, I care about you. So I'll be strict. I won't provide any financial support from now on.
What?
Earn your own money. Ignoring the speechless Liam and Ava, I entered my house. A parent isn't just there to spoil their children. As a parent, I believe it's my role to guide them on the right path, even if it means being trash. I've resolved not to indulge Liam just because he's family. Afterward, I received no contact from Liam. I heard from Noah that Liam had gotten into gambling and debts. After being rejected by me, he went to Noah for money, but was firmly turned down.
I can't afford to give money to someone who just wants to gamble. I have children to take care of.
Noah's words were completely reasonable. Eventually, Liam and Ava couldn't stop gambling, and their debts increased. Once, I passed by their house and saw a scary-looking person demanding money. In the end, my words didn't reach them. It's regrettable, but Liam's future is no longer my concern. I've moved from that house and haven't given Liam my new contact information, so there's no future involvement. Somewhere in my heart, I wonder if cutting ties with Liam was heartless, but it wasn't the wrong decision. If I had continued to indulge them under the guise of family, I would have been robbed of all my savings. I refuse just such a life.